What is good, y'all? I'm back with another video. Today is going to be how to find a daily bias day trading with ICT concepts. So if you don't trade ICT, you don't have to watch this video if you're watching it. But if you want to learn something, stay tuned. This is what I personally do to find daily bias, and I feel like I get the drawn liquidity right like 80% of the time, maybe even 90 depending on the day. Recently, markets have been really choppy, but again, we're here on FX Replay. I'm going to show you this is old data. This is from 2020. So let's hop onto right here. So what I'm gonna do, so today's Monday. Typically the day before Sunday, I'll look at the weekly, right? So what is the weekly kind of telling us? So what I see here, let me get that out of the way. What I see here is we're bullish, right? There's nothing so far that indicates us that we're going lower. If we close below this week, I could see us wanting to push lower down into here, these imbalances and whatnot. But as you can see here, we're still pushing up. There's nothing, no break of structure, nothing of that sort. We go on the daily. That's what I do next. Check the daily. Again, nothing really indicating we're bearish so far. We're currently rejecting off this fair value gap. So we've been rejecting off of it or reacting from it for about 4 days. Today's the 5th day, Monday. So right here is what we're probably gonna, again, manipulate lower again, realistically, and then pushing higher to these highs. That's what you always want to see. If you're bearish, you want to see manipulation leg up and indicating that price wants to go lower, and then vice versa. So from the daily, I'll go to the hourly. Sometimes I'll check the 4-hour. I don't like to go through too much things, but on the 4-hour, we're rejecting off fair value gap as well. And we're also in one that, in my opinion, we've disrespected this fair value gap, but who knows? It might hold, which is it's crazy. But check the hourly. Again, checking off this order block. Probably say this one. This one probably a cleaner one, but this order block, we did disrespect this fair value gap. Sweep this low, possibly, maybe even going down to Friday low. We'll see what market wants to do. Because yeah, all this was London. It looks hideous. I'm not gonna lie. This London session. So we might continue the bearish movement. Why I think that? I think we're trying to switch to a sell model is because, as well, just look at what happened in the past session. So as you can see, so midnight opens up here. London just opened. It pretty much dumped the whole session. Took out its own lows. It really didn't make a high. So again, we could dump just because we're going to continue this movement down to the lows. So I kind of want to see that now. So again, you want to kind of not switch your bias every so often, but when price gives you another 30 minutes of price action, and it's indicating it wants to go lower, why are you going to try to long, right? Like your long bias is kind of invalid at that point. Right now I don't know, but because we're currently checking off this 5-minute fair value gap, I don't know if it's a 15 now. So who knows, but I'm gonna mark out these highs up here because mark out that one, it's fine. Rejecting off that fair value gap cleanly. I want to see us to tap into here, maybe even the order block. Okay. So I'm gonna go long here. This candle. Targeting all this liquidity up here. Again, off this order block, off this fair value gap. Targeting these highs that were, created during London and Sunday highs, you could say. But realistically, we're targeting London session liquidity. So again, we get a deeper retracement into this fair value gap, which probably a 5-minute fair value. Nope. No, it's not. But we're tapping into it, or we tapped into it again. Get a huge move back after spiking back into here. I'm gonna take TP1 right here. If we end up pushing towards it. And being patient. This is a longer trade. I'm gonna take off 75% here. Stop loss, we could keep it below this fair value gap at this point. And again, we could just let it ride right here. Will it take out its high? Who knows? I mean, that closure of this candle right here indicates we want to go higher. But again, if we start disrespecting all the way down here, we don't want to be in this. But again, we have to reprice, close below this fair value gap. Will it create a breaker right here? Let's see what the tap will be. If it did, I don't know. It's going to go back in there. So yeah, like right here, if you want to get out, I'm gonna just let it hit stop loss. Yep, stop loss. But as you can see, we're just reading price. Many people probably would have seen this as, okay, we want to go lower now. We disrespected a fair value gap here, inverse. That's why the inverse to me, I feel like if people use it correctly, it is very good, but a lot of people don't. They like using it. They see one candle sweep like this on a lower time frame, they're like, okay, we disrespect this, I'm shorting. And yeah, you possibly would, if you traded like dodgy DD strat, you possibly would have taken your first CP here, stops at break even, and then you would have got stopped out, which again is fine. People trade differently, but personally, you have to see the higher time frame, right? We're clearly bullish, and obviously we want to see a leg down manipulating. So we see that. Once you see this get out of here, that's when you know, okay, we're gonna go higher now. And will this high get taken out? Who knows? We already, took our profit. That was the target, but again, man, we could see what happens in the PM session. Just gonna let it run. Dumping pretty much, but we're gonna stay this range, leave those highs. But yeah, okay, so you go to the next day. Always make sure to check news. Don't gamble. If you're trading news, you're gambling. I don't trade Powell, so I'm going to the next day. I know some people that do, but personally, I don't care. I don't need that. Okay. So again, we're already we're already through the week, midway point of the week. So I don't really be checking the daily and weekly like that. What I do like checking though, I check the daily probably once. Let me see, okay, we're still looking pretty bullish, nothing really indicating. Then go to the 4 hour. Again, we're kind of in this range, nothing really happening. And then we can just go straight to the 15 minute actually. So I still do think we're bullish. We have these London highs we can attack. If we can, what I want to see is maybe, tap into, which I already did, sweep this low, which you could technically say this is London low because this right here is not a part of the London session, but it might be fine like that. So if we inverse this 15-minute fair value gap, I could be fine with okay, so it took out that low. I want to see us push higher. I'm not gonna lie. I don't want to see us react up to this and then dump, because then again we're gonna probably target this low, these lows down here. But yeah, we always want to see what the reaction is off these imbalances, right? So we're bullish right now, or we want to see bullish price action. Again, if we don't get that, it's perfectly fine. Don't try to force anything. Again, just go with how price action is moving. So right now we're currently pushing up. We get a deep retracement to this fair value gap. We inverse this, so there could possibly be a breaker, a unicorn forming. So I'm personally gonna take this. We're respecting this breaker right here, and we just tap into this fair value gap. So I'm gonna target these highs, stop at this low, and then possibly we could take out most of it right here. So again, let's go. See a nice push up. You want to see this fair value gap hold. That's not what you like to see, but again, it's the 1 minute. It happens a lot. Retraces into like possibly a 5 minute. Yeah, there's a 5 minute right there. We possibly can get higher push from this. Again, seeing closure above, yeah, that's what you like to see. Patience, patience. Don't force anything. And sorry for the clicky mouse, man. I'm trying to like. Okay, so did it sweep this high? No, it didn't. So it barely just swept right now. I'm gonna take off 75 anyways because, as you can see, lunch session is coming in. One thing I do with my stop loss, well, so there's this fair value gap. I'll put in there if it wants to trace again. Or that's a 15 minute, but there's probably a 5 minute fair value gap there as well. And then I'm gonna just let it run. Yep, perfect. So again, see with what market is doing. Again, you will see a lot of these manipulation legs down. Do not get scared. Do not switch your bias immediately unless you see something like if this go to 5 minute. I'm gonna show you exactly what I mean because it reacted off of it. So if this fair value, this big fair value gap right here, which most of the time these fair value gaps get run through very smoothly. Like as you can see, this pretty much traded to past the 50% mark of that fair value gap pretty quickly. So right there, I'm like, okay, we clearly don't want to go lower because if we did, we would, this candle right here would have just, this would have been like a recent swing high that would have held and then we would have pushed lower. But we didn't. And that's when I keep seeing this push up. I'm like, okay, I'm going to the 1 minute. As you can see, we push up. We did consolidate a little bit, but I knew once we tapped into this and left this wick, we're probably going to go higher. Again, will we attack these highs? Who knows? Trading is all probabilities, but I knew for sure we were going to go higher. Was it going to be quick? I thought it was going to be pretty quick, but again, this took pretty much an hour. This is 2020, so again, maybe there wasn't that much volatility as now because maybe this would have hit cleaner, but who knows? Whatever. I'm just yapping at this point, but you get the idea. You kind of want to go with the flow of the market. That's what I kind of implemented when I've been trading and back testing. When there's times I'm because there's, you can't be 100% right with your bias, right? You're gonna lose some, you're gonna win some, but again, it's nice to know where market is going. Drawing liquidity should be your pretty much main objective when you go into these daily bias thinkings, because again, you just go to the hourly, like, all right, we're bullish, where would I want to go? This high, like this high stands out from anything else. Yeah, I pushed up all to these other highs, but realistically, this high to me makes the most sense, right? And what did I do? I target that high, got a good entry, was below equilibrium as well. Make sure, like, if you're trading, or most of the time, try to keep it, at equilibrium or lower than that, lower or above, depending if you're bearish or bullish. That's a whole different video. But anyways, you guys get the idea. I'm yapping. I'm going off track right now. I have a lot to say. So, but if you're watching this, sub, like, comment what you think. Been trying to make more videos because I actually had an old account. I deleted my domain and I forgot that my Gmail was connected to that account, so that account is gone. It's a new account. Kind of almost like forgot to make long form content, like, holy. But anyways, I'm gonna catch y'all. Hopefully y'all enjoyed this video. Hope you learned something. If not, tell me to fuck off. Anyways, I'm gonna catch y'all. Bye.